Hi all of you awesome scuba divers out there, welcome to the Scuba Diver Magazine channel, your favourite place for the latest scuba diving news and gear reviews. Today I've got my hands on the SEAC Reverse Dry Snorkel, which is, as the name suggests, a dry snorkel. I'll get into the little sort of mechanisms which make it a dry snorkel. But yes, this is the Reverse Dry Snorkel. As far as names go, I don't think reverse in the name has any particular meaning to the design. I just think SEAC thought it was a cool name. And yeah, the dry in the name comes from this dry chamber up at the top. So the first thing that you'll notice is this big shroud over the opening. A really basic snorkel will just have an open tube, and if you duck your head under the water or a wave splashes over the top of your head, then the water gets in the snorkel, you get it in your mouth, and no one has a good day. So the first area of defense is having this shroud. So with a lot of wave motion, if it splashes over the top of the snorkel, it's going to deflect it away from the opening. But the dry version also has a little float on the inside, which you might be able to see. And that is for if the waves or if your head ever ducks under the water, intentionally or unintentionally, what will happen is that float will float up to its highest point, and it actually blocks the top of the snorkel so that water can't get in. Then when you come back up to the surface, that float will then drop back down, opening up the opening, and then you can continue to breathe without having to clear the entire snorkel. There is a chance that a small amount of water might find its way in, but there's also a second mechanism down at the bottom that will help to prevent that, which I'll talk about in a second. So most of this is all rigid. You don't have to worry about it. The one thing that I would do is just give it a good clean, especially if you put it down in like the sand, because sand and grit can just clog up that mechanism. So just keep it nice and clean and give it a flush with nice warm or fresh water as often as you can. Tube of the snorkel is just round in cross section, and it's a rigid tube so it can't collapse under any kind of movement. You have a pretty simple latch on the side which does move up and down, so you can adjust where it is on the side. You just hook that over your mask strap, and that pivots as well. So for scuba diving, you'll have this on like on your surface swim, but then when you don't want it anymore and then you want to switch to your second stage, you don't want that mouthpiece just hanging around in front of your mouth, so this naturally hinges downwards, so it gives you plenty of space for your second stage. So that's a nice feature to have, and that just hooks onto your mask strap. Below that you have a corrugated silicone section for a bit of flexibility, so it's not naturally going to fit and point towards everybody's mouth, so a small amount of flexibility is quite handy, just for added comfort. It's still got a bit of a bend, so it does present that mouthpiece in front of you without having to bite down on it to hold it in place. So yeah, a nice amount of flex is always welcome. Below that you have a dry chamber again. So this is what I call a water trap. So any moisture that does find its way into the snorkel is going to find its way and drip down to the lowest point, which you'll notice is beyond that mouthpiece. So if there is a small amount of water inside of the snorkel, you can still breathe past it. And down at the very bottom, there's a one-way mushroom valve, so that every time that you exhale with a decent amount of force, it's going to push any water out of the bottom of the snorkel without having to push it all the way up out to the top of the snorkel. It just shoots out of the bottom. The mouthpiece, you'll notice, is angled a little bit. It's because your snorkel is supposed to go on your left-hand side, so it's angled to go in your mouth much more comfortably. All in, it's a decent snorkel. There's no design choice that I'm particularly adverse to. Sensible weight, sensible design and function, decent amount of airflow as well. When you really need a big breath of air, you've got a nice smooth track on the inside, and purging it just nice and easy. You just exhale and it pushes any water out of the bottom. So yeah, if you're not a fan of salt water in or around your mouth, then a dry top snorkel is kind of the best choice, because it does help to prevent any kind of moisture find. There's always a chance that some moisture will find its way in. However, SEAC have done absolutely everything that they can, besides creating a second stage regulator with a compressed gas cylinder to breathe from. As far as snorkels go, this is the one that's going to help keep the salt water out of your mouth. For more information, there's going to be affiliate links down in the description and one up in this little corner here. Remember to like, share, subscribe, do all that good social media stuff. Thank you for watching, everybody, and of course, safe diving.